Bi'ur Mishnah Hey. Bi'ur Mishnah Hey, this is for you, very important, how to smoke on Yom Tov. If you want to smoke on Yom Tov, how do you smoke? Yeah. It doesn't talk about just smoking, it doesn't about anything, but you can use it for version.
How to move the fire.
Yeah. הגחלת כרגלי הבעלים. This is important. It says, I come to your house, and I don't have fire in my house. I don't have to have fire on Yom Tov. They say, hey, give me a piece of wood, give me a coal. I take a coal, and I take it to my house. So the question is, how much I live 2,000 amma, 1,000 amma from you, right? So, and I take the coal, and I bring it to my house. And then I want to take, it's my coal right now, I want to take this coal and move it 2,000 amma this way. So it says, no, the coal, I borrowed it from you, it can only go 2,000 amma from the first guy. And you want to take it more. You cannot do that. Okay?
You probably make a new one and then take yours.
Oh, let's see. This is the gachelet, the coal itself. הנוטל גחלת מחברו ביום טוב, somebody who takes a call from his friend on יום טוב, אינו רשאי להוליכה, he's not allowed to walk with it, אלא למקום שבעל הגחלת מותר ללכת. He's only allowed to go to the place that the owner of the call is allowed to go. But, you know what you can do? So you come to your friend, right? You live 2,000 amma from him. Exactly, on the border. So you go out to your friend, says, you see him smoke a cigarette. He just started it. Says, can I get a cigarette? So he says, yeah, go ahead. So you take the cigarette, and then you walk back to your home. So you walk back to your home, and you smoke the cigarette, right? Wait, you see. You walk back to your home, you smoke the cigarette. No, forget light the fire. Now you want to walk 2 feet that direction, away from that guy. So he tell you, you're not allowed to. This cigarette belongs to him. But if you
give it to you,
no, not even give it to you. If you come to him, right, and you have a cigarette in your mouth, and his cigarette is lit, and he says, "Give me some fire," and then you take your cigarette and you bring it to your house. That cigarette now you're allowed to walk 2,000 amma because you didn't take a gachelet, you took fire. You took shalhevet. Yeah, you only took the fire. The fire is not nothing. I thought the fire.
But the cigarette became to be like the coal.
Very good. But it's my call. It's not his call. It's mine. I only took the fire. I didn't take the.
So it looked like you can carry the fire more than 2,000 amma. The fire itself.
Oh, we're going to discuss it. ושלהבת בכל מקום, כגון.
ושלהבת בכל מקום.
המדליק נר בשלהבת חברו, I take a candle and I light it with your coal, with your candle, מותר להוליך את הנר בכל מקום שהוא הולך. He's allowed to take this candle any place that he walks. So wherever you're allowed to walk, because I didn't take an object. I didn't take an object. I took something that's not an object. It's not neither here nor there. לפי שהשלהבת אין בה ממש, because the שלהבת has no metzias. There's no holding down here in this world. What happened if you're in Beit HaMikdash? Right? You're in the temple, and Aaron is a smoker. Aaron, the high priest, is a smoker. And he goes out to the he goes out to the coals of the altar, and he says, I want to use it to smoke, for example. We'll use a stupid example, but that's what it means. You know, he's using the coal.
So
he wants no. What I said might be
it's not for kodesh.
Yeah, but what I said might be allowed. He's going to use this coal to cook something. He's going to take it away, this coal, to cook something for him, not for the Beit HaMikdash, right? Gachelet shel hekdesh, if the coal belongs to the temple or belongs to a holy purpose, mo'alimba. There's a din of me'ilah. What does it mean, me'ilah? If you use something that doesn't belongs to the temple for personal use, by mistake, you have to bring a sacrifice. So that now he used it for his own purposes. Now he has to bring a sacrifice.
Like you stole something.
You stole something, that's right. Hanene mimena, if you have enjoyment from it, you hit your hands on it. Like this. Chayav lavi korban nasham. He needs to bring a sacrifice. Me'ilah. But if he didn't steal the coal, he only stole the flame, like we said before, maybe that's allowed. Because there's nothing there, there's no me'ilah. I didn't take anything. There's no mamash. There's nothing there. Veshalhevet shel ekdesh. But what if like in our example, he smoked and he's only taking the fire. Maybe that is allowed. Veshalhevet shel ekdesh. He says lo nehenim. He says you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't get enjoyment. In other words, don't light your cigarette from the altar. Asur le'elot mina lechatchila midvrei isur. He said you shouldn't do it. אבל לא מועלים. But you're not going to bring a sacrifice because you didn't take anything. You didn't use the coal. You used the fire. The fire has no meaning. הנהנה ממנה אינו מועל ואינו חייב קורבן אשם מעילות. Okay, next one. Another example that has to do with fire and coal, by the way. Let's take the example. You can use it on Shabbat now. The example on Yom Tov and Shabbat. What's the example? המוציא גחלת לרשות הרבים. You take a call from the private domain to the public domain on Shabbat. Private domain to public domain. חייב משום הוצאה. You're obligated because you took out it's something. What happens if you took out the flame, you didn't take the call? For example, there's a fire in your house and you go in like this. So the fire will go out to the public domain now. And now and then it comes back. In other words, you took it out, so the flame went out into the public domain. Are you obligated now? That's the question.
Only the flame.
Only the flame. You took out the flame. So are you obligated? So we're going to see. It looks like you won't be obligated because you're not taking out anything. There's nothing there. ושלהבת, המוציא שלהבת לרשות הרבים, the one who takes the fire into the public domain, כגון שדחפה בידו מרשות היחיד לרשות הרבים. For example, he went like this. And yeah, that's right. או שהוציא ברוח פיו, or he blew on it. Yeah, and it went out in the public domain. פטור. פטור means he doesn't get punishment, but פטור, remember about פטור in Shabbat? פטור אבל אסור. So we cannot punish you, but it's not...
פטור ממעילה.
פטור מעונש, בשבת. We're talking over here, it's Shabbat. Yeah, patur me'onesh can be death penalty. Yeah, if you had the warning. Yeah, so we cannot give you a death penalty. The person we cannot give a death penalty. She'en b'shalavet hamash. It says, but you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't do it. But we did it. So what do you take out? Do you take out anything? That's nothing. Fire is nothing. It's not taking out. It's like taking out wind. What does it mean taking out wind? I'm allowed to go like this in the wind. I'm allowed to go like this in the fire. In other words, wind and fire is a little bit, yeah, there's no, yeah. יש מפרשים שאין גורסים פסקה זו במשנתנו. Some say this thing is not even, the thing about Shabbos is not even said over here. Next example. בור של יחיד. This is the example. You have a well in your house, right? בור של יחיד. בור של המים השייך ליחיד. It's only yours. It doesn't belong to the city. It belongs to you, personal. In other words, and now I come and I say, Arya, can I use your water? So he says, yeah, you can use the water. So I use the water and I have an eruv 2,000 amma. But you tell me, hey, you can use the water, but it's my water. Even though I gave you permission to take water, now this water is stuck over here where I am. In other words, you made an eruv, too bad. The water is only allowed to go where I'm going.
So it's not like fire, the water.
That's right. כרגלי היחיד, שאין מוליכים את מי הבור, I'm only allowed to take this water, אלא למקום שבעל הבור מותר ללכת. If you're allowed to go there, I'm allowed to go there. But if you're not allowed to go there, I'm not allowed to go there. Right? And water is a bit funny. Because I'll tell you why. Because water is everywhere. Yeah, and it comes all the time. But still, it says, you have a possession of the water, not possession of the fire. You can see how it says it. ושל אנשי אותה העיר, what if it is a well that belongs to the whole city? The city owns the well. Like many times that's the way it is. Like Tucson. The city owns the well. בור של מים ושכל אנשי, now I'm in trouble. Now I can't take the well, it looks anywhere. כרגלי אנשי אותה העיר. So it says that's a city. If the city owns the water, then you're allowed to take it anywhere 2,000 amma out of the city border. היינו שמותר לו ליחם רק עד 2,000 אמה מחוץ לעיר כל צד. Even then I can't buy it, because we're all partners. And even if I made the eruv, too bad. Too bad for me. But it looks like if I made an eruv, I don't take their eruv away. Before, if we were partners, if I made an eruv somewhere, I take your eruv to the other side away. Over here, my making an eruv is not taking the other people away. Yeah? ואם עירב אחד מאנשי העיר, שמביא עדות שלו, okay, Rashi explains it in a different day. That's the regular well. But you know, there's wells that are specific for other people. What does it mean? So far we have two kinds of well. We have private wells, belong to the private person, the water.
Public.
And we have public that belongs to the whole city, and you cannot take it out of that area, even if you made an eruv. I don't care. It's 2,000 amma from the city limits, all around. But there's kind of wells that are not private and not public. Which ones? What kind of a well is this? A well shel olei Bavel. But when the people used to come out from Bavel, you dug wells specifically for those guys. In other words, what do you have in your mind? That whoever uses it, it belongs to him. In other words, it belongs to nobody. It's not a private, nor is it public. You don't go after the public. It belongs to the guy who's going to use it. That's what you have in mind. Yeah, it's very, very strange. Yeah, ושל עולי בבל, and for the guys who go out in Bavel, הבורות שעשום עולי בבל לצורך עוברי דרכים, כרגלי הממלא, is like the feet of the guy who picks it up. What does it mean? It's a brilliant thing. You cannot go 2,000 amma now, even if there was a city there. You cannot go 2,000 amma out of say. The guy who filled it up, that's him. And if you tell to him, can I take some water from you? He tells you, yeah, go ahead, take some water. But if you taking, let's say like this.
Take from him, you get limited.
Oh.
Take from the well.
I took from the well. Let's take the example. I took from the well and I walk 2,000 amma to the east. I'm allowed to drink it up to here, right? Then somebody comes over to me and he says, can I use you as a well? Can I drink your water? So you say, yeah, you can drink my water over here, but then you cannot take it more to that direction. In other words, you're stuck where I am.
Yeah. In other words, it goes by the raglei, the guy that...
That's right. In other words, in the other example, we said if you're in a city, if I go out of the limit and take it out of the limit, nobody cares. Over here, you see, it's in between. Yeah, I care that if you take it out of the limit. The one individual doesn't hurt the entire city, but this kind of well hurts the entire city now. Anybody who wants to use this is finished. כרגלי הממלא, שכל מי שמילא מהם מוליכם למקום שהוא מהלך. Anybody who drew from that well is allowed to go to the place. לפי שהמים הללו הפקר הם. Because this water don't belong to everybody, it belongs to nobody. See, there's a difference. In the city, who does the water belong to? Over here, it belongs to nobody. And once you took it, now it belongs to me. Okay. But until you take it, it belongs to nobody.
It starts the arrow
from the place. That's right. וקנה אותם הממלא בשעה שהעלה מן הבור. You took it from the time of drawing. הילקה אחריהם כרגליו. Therefore, we're going to consider it like their feet. ואם בא אחד ושאל את מימיו, and now somebody else comes and he wants to borrow his water, אינם מוליכם אלא כרגליו המלא. He's not allowed to walk more than the first guy was allowed to take them. שלדעת התנא של משנתנו אומרת בזה, משנתנו אומרים בזה, יש ברירה. The Tana says, יש ברירה. What does יש ברירה means? ברירה means like this. It's an interesting, we had this concept before. ברירה means that at the time that I drew the water, it is if Erev Yom Tov, it belong. I'm taking it back retroactively to before Yom Tov. It's like I'm just showing you that Erev Yom Tov I did it. I know it looks like I'm doing it now, but I actually did it Erev Yom Tov. And I didn't. That's Brera. It is. The Brera means that even though I'm doing it in Yom Tov, we're going to consider it as like I did it Erev Yom Tov. Because the other guy says, yeah, but I find you over here, 2,000 amma, away from the things. You didn't, Erev Yom Tov, it wasn't there. He says, it doesn't matter. we're going to consider it that water that I drew is like I drew it Erev Yom Tov and it's stuck over there. Yeah, that's the guy is going to say. יש ברירה, היינו שהוברר הדבר למפרע. In other words, we're going to look at it retroactively. שמים אלו קנו שביתתו של המלא משעת בין השמשות. That I bought this water ערב יום טוב and you stuck with that direction. Even though you found me over here, 2,000 miles away. ואין התנא סובר כרבי יוחנן בן נורי, and the Tana doesn't hold like רבי יוחנן בן נורי, שחפצי הפקר קונים שביתתם לעצמם במקומם. There's another view of point that you don't go retroactively, and wherever you find the water, you consider this is the well. What's the difference? The well was over there, and now the well, for me, if I want to, the well is over here for me, and I'm drawing the water from here, and now I can go 2,000 amma. Says, what's the difference? If you think about it, it's very hard to distinguish. Is the well over there or the well over here? Even the well over there, how did it get there? It moved. The water got there somehow. So why are you saying the well is over there? You understand? It's like a flowing river. Yeah? It's the water, what do you mean? The water is there. It's like you buy, water is funny, it's like in between state. I'm buying the area of use. Maybe it's like half use, half ownership. You can see it.
Because they have to.
Yeah, but it's hefker until the point, until you draw.
Then it belongs to you.
Yeah. Until the point that you draw, it's hefker.